This is the official delegation breakfast. Every morning there's a delegation breakfast. We get our credentials every morning, and then we have a speaker. And I think Senator Salazar is speaking today. We will get our instructions, our marching orders, any other information that we need. And then we're off and running to all of the events.
I've wanted to go to a Democratic National Convention for many years, but I've never really believed in a candidate like I have in Senator Barack Obama. And so after I really kind of put him through his paces and decided that he would be my choice, I wanted to do whatever I could to get behind him, and that included being a national delegate to the Democratic Convention.
To think about what's happening tonight, to think about the tribute to Kennedy, to hear Michelle Obama speak. I mean, all of us thinking about the week ahead and what we're doing, and the reason that we're here is really both inspiring and humbling.
Especially as a Coloradan, someone who's grown up here and who cares about politics, having it come right to your backyard, it's like taking all of Washington, D.C. and transplanting it in Denver for 1 week. It's amazing.
For me, the whole process of getting aware politically started back in college. My roommate and my best friend since childhood was a guy named Evan Chen, and we were best friends ever since we were kids. And sometime in our sophomore year, he was diagnosed with a terminal case of leukemia. And we were told that his only chance to survive was to have a bone marrow transplant. Now, I didn't know this at the time, but in this country, if you're Asian American and you need a bone marrow transplant, your chances of finding a match are extremely low. And that's because not enough Asian Americans have registered and volunteered to become bone marrow donors. My friend didn't find a match. We were told that his chance of finding a match were 1 in 10,000 because there are so few Asian Americans who'd been registered, and we couldn't find him one. So after he passed away, I had spent a lot of time running bone marrow drives, trying to get out the message, trying to get out the word, and it really struck me how underserved our community was. I mean, there wasn't access to a lot of medical resources. When we tried to get the word out into the mainstream media, it was hard to get any kind of attention. People just didn't care about ethnic or minority issues. The reason why I'm supporting Barack Obama, I was a supporter early on in his campaign, even before I thought he had any shot of becoming the Democratic nominee. The reason I support him is because he's done something magical. He's getting young people and minorities engaged in a process that they historically had not been paying attention to. I've been giving a lot of speeches over the past 2 years to a lot of APA groups, a lot of young students, and it's amazing how people are getting transformed into the political process because they believe in Barack Obama. It's something that I've never seen before in my lifetime. And I think I grew up as part of a generation where we became increasingly disenchanted with politics, especially under the Bush administration. And for the first time, and in a way that I'd never seen before, and that I wish I saw when I was in college, we're seeing young people saying, you know what, I can make a difference, my vote can actually count, I want to be part of this.
I thought it absolutely, it's the first lady for me that's completely, you can relate to her on every level as a woman, as a person, just her background, so.
And as a mother of 2 small girls, one whose name is actually Malia, I just related to her as a mom and her compassion and desire to build a future for her girls.
There are no words to describe the feeling that went through us when we listened to her speak. She spoke from the heart. She said it just like we felt it. It was just incredible. I mean, we were speechless.
I thought Michelle's speech was awesome. It was very emotional. It was very touching. And it brought, to be honest with you, tears to my eyes.
Anybody that didn't get it, they're not really living and breathing.